Hello, YouTube family members and friends. It's day 13 of Road Trip 2021. The day started off with a beautiful sunrise. But now I've moved down the street to the Pancake House here in Liberal, Kansas. And yes, there's a reason I need pancakes for breakfast. You see, International Pancake Day is a big deal here in Liberal, Kansas. Every year, there is a friendly little competition between the city of Liberal, Kansas and Olney, England, with women running 415 yards down the streets of each town flipping pancakes. This has been going on for more than 70 years now, and it's still the only race of its kind on the planet. I did get 3 buttermilk pancakes, but being a Midwestern boy, I also had to get 2 over-easy eggs, some hash browns, and bacon.
I know it's not really Midwestern, but sometimes I really like Cholula hot sauce on my eggs.
All right, breakfast is over, the truck is fueled up, and I'm ready to hit the road. In about 4 miles, I'll cross over into Oklahoma, drive through the panhandle of Oklahoma and Texas, and then into New Mexico. Let's go. It only took me about 45 minutes to drive across Oklahoma, and now I'm back in Texas, up north in the Panhandle. This is some wide open spaces. We are leaving Texas and entering New Mexico. Looks like New Mexico wants to welcome us so much, they've got 2 welcome signs. Now that we're in New Mexico, that means we got to slow back down again. Sometimes those 75-mile-an-hour speed limits in Texas come in handy. It feels like it's just as cloudy today as it was yesterday, but there are no storms forecast for my route today, and it's really cold. Started off 55 degrees this morning, now it's only up to 62. Quite a difference from the 80s, almost 90s we were feeling up in Cleveland and down into Kansas City. I'm in Tucumcari, New Mexico on a historic Route 66. Right now I'm standing in front of the historic renovated Blue Swallow Motel. Gloria and I actually stayed here a couple years back when we were driving to St. Louis. For the next 400 miles or so, I'm going to follow along the route of old historic Route 66, mostly on I-40, but every once in a while I'll get off and take a look at some of the old historic buildings and restaurants and motels that line historic Route 66. This is really cool. This is a mile marker to the Jackrabbit Trading Post. I didn't know any of these even existed anymore. I remember taking family vacations along Route 66 and seeing these along the way. It was always fun to count them down and see how much closer we were getting to the Jackrabbit Trading Post. I am pretty sure that from now until I get home on Saturday, highways and the gas stations and probably everything else are going to be pretty full with Memorial Day weekend travelers. I think they're trying to get us to get off the freeway and go buy something. This is the same chain of travel stops that owns the Thing travel stop we stopped at earlier. The chain is called Boland. A Boland shop is also where Lori bought her turquoise earrings. We will put a link to that video below. That's where they wanted us to stop, at the Flying C Ranch. I realized I forgot to stop and get some ice for the ice cooler at my last fuel stop. But that's okay. It gave me the opportunity to stop at this historic Route 66 icon, Klein's Corners. Klein's Corners had its beginnings in 1934 when Roy E. Klein decided to open a filling station and cafe at the intersection of New Mexico State Highways 2 and 6. Highway 6 would eventually become Route 66. Klein's decision to locate his facility where he did turned out to be a master stroke. Over the years, hundreds of thousands of visitors have stopped by Klein's Corners. All right, I've got my ice. Let's get back on the road. Thank you, Klein's Corners. We will. There are a number of stretches of the original Route 66 roadway scattered throughout the country, actually. This is one of them. So, for the rest of today, I'm going to be driving on the original right-of-way for Route 66. Very reminiscent of Radiator Springs and Disney's California Adventure. One of the fun things about traveling along old sections of Route 66 is to come across these abandoned buildings. I don't know if Buddville, New Mexico is still a real place anymore, but it looks like it used to be here on Route 66. At least they still have a mailbox. It's an old windmill and water tower. Probably used to meet all the water needs here of the Buddville Trading Company. Whiting Brothers used to be a huge chain of gas stations all along Route 66 and Interstate 40. I think, however, they are all closed now. There aren't even any buildings left at this location, just two signs. This one and this one. It appears this location used to have a motel and groceries, which several of them did. Well, that's going to do it for today's vlog. As you can see by the neon Grants, New Mexico drive-through sign, I'm in Grants, New Mexico. It was an exciting day today. Got to explore lots of historic Route 66, but I am looking forward to even more of historic Route 66 tomorrow and getting home. Yes, tomorrow is the last day of Road Trip 2021. Anyway, we thank God for all the blessings that He gives us, not just for our good, but ultimately for His glory.